Hi everyone，大家好。今天我们学习 Today we learn 2之2 2.2汉字 the Chinese character. Okay, so I'm gonna explain one on one. Again, most of the character they are just repeating. So if you listen once, you can remember it forever. So don't be scared. Follow me step by step. You should be able to understand a lot. Okay? 公司 company. So you can put down your notes company. 公司. First of all, 公 this character actually you already knew that because we learned about 公园 the park. So 公 the first character looks like this. As I mentioned, you can remember it looks like the playground, the top of the roof and something to play utensil, something stuff under it. So 公 the company should be able, they definitely have a building. They have a roof. The second character is so easy to figure out. First of all, watch out this. There's a square. So the outside it's a very tall building. So for example, if you've been like a big city, you're gonna see lots of the companies, in one building. So it looks like the window right here. So 公司 company because it's in a very big building. So 公司 it's a company. 公司 company. The first word 公 the same character as 公园 park. All right, the second one 经理 经理 it's a little bit hard to memorize it, but it's still not bad. First of all, 经理 it's mean manager. Manager can write it down notes by yourself. Okay, now we're starting at 经理. It's a type of work. So the bottom one right here, the character right here, that's really still means work, job, 工作. We're gonna explain that soon. It's right here. So before it, if you didn't listen my previous video, let's go for this first. 工作 it means work. I have a work. I have a job. I work at somewhere. You use this one. I work at Walmart, for example. 我工作在 Walmart. But the grammar, we talk about this later. Normally we say 我在 Walmart. To do what? 工作 in the end. Because to do something should be in the end in Chinese. Okay? So go back to the character. 工作, the 工 first character, why? This is mean work job. Because this character actually it looks like a tool. Looks like this. X, AEX, AXE. Okay, whatever. That's a tool. You know that. So when you work, think about the farmer. They need a tool to work. Okay, 工. The second character is really fun because the work job should be by the person. Don't forget it. The radical originally looks like this because the head, I want the wrong one. You need a face. The people work, not the animal working, right? So it's a people. However, the character is really big. So Chinese people trying to make it smaller to be radical. So this line, right line here going down. So become a small one. So which is this radical, looks like this. Do you think you only have one job every single day? Probably not. You have maybe 5 or more than 10 stuff you need to have to deal with. So let's make a list. 工作, which is means I have a first things I'm gonna do. Okay. And then I'm gonna list the second things I'm gonna do. And then keep going at least 3 things I'm gonna do. So I use a tool and I have so many listing I need to do. So 工作, work, job. All right. Go back to this character here, 经理. Why? Manager. It's a type of work. So the bottom one, as I mentioned, 工作, you can see the radical. All right, now let's deal with the right side. Right side is really fun. Why? Because right here, the radical here, this one actually is mean king, queen, the king. Why? If I'm really bad for drawing, you know that? Okay, for example, this is an tiger. Why I know it's a tiger? Well, my drawing is really, really bad. You know that? Oh gosh, I don't like drawing at something, but I'm trying my best. It's a lion. I mean, tiger, lion, whatever. All right, here we go. So the lion, the top app of the head, you can see something. The three line looks like this. Okay, so it's a king. So manager, it's a leader of this store. Think about this. So it's type of the king, okay, which is mean the leader. All right, the second part of the funny for Chinese character is we share the same pronunciation. So basically, the right side, this character, guess how to say this character. Okay, I think I heard about some people say that. 里, exactly. It can be the same thing. This is being inside of somewhere. Okay, so you can think about this of 4 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So inside of the box, which is mean 经理. But why was a manager? Because it's a king. And then this manager deal with this area. For example, the Walmart right here, this location. So 经理, manager. Okay, one more time. When you're trying to type it down, the character, just type it down exactly the same as the spelling, 经理. Okay, for example, I am a manager. How can you say I? 我. And then you pick up one. How can you say am? 是. Pick it up. 经理. I am manager. That's enough. You just skip is. I am a. Sorry, you just skip a. I am a manager. 我是经理. That's it. All right. Let's go into the next one. The next one right here. All the radical, whatever you see, looks like this. This 100% is related to hand because the original character hand, it's this. If you want to learn more, write it down. It's called 手. 手. It's mean hand. But again, the radical is too big. So they want to make it shorter, smaller. So just catch a part of the character. You see it? Wow. Actually, it is the same thing. Okay, so now you already know whatever looks like this, the related will be by hand. Okay, now what's this? What do you talk about? 护士, it means nurse. Okay, write down nurse by yourself, nurse. Okay, 护士. Okay, let's do some picture. I think it's gonna be fun. 护士. I like this. Here we go. Oops. Well, it's good enough. 护士, nurse, not a doctor. Do you think all the nurse they need to taking care of the patient, some patients by hand, for example, give a shot, or let's do the blood pressure, everything by hand. Okay. Now, the second cool thing is again, one part of the character gonna be the same pronunciation. So this one, wow, how can you say this character? The same thing. Who? Who? And 护士, oh, by hand. So I just add one hand. It can be protect some people if you adding different word. You helping the people by hand. So 护士, the nurse. Hopefully you understand. Moving on. 工程师. Wow. You think that looks familiar for first one? Yes, exactly, because exactly the same one as 工作. 工作, we just talked about 工作, this one, the tool. So it's a type of job again. 工程师 师 the same thing as what we learned 老师 teacher from the first unit. If you didn't watch the first video, then watch the first video. 老师 it means the teacher. How can you know? First of all, 老 say one more time. That's a beard. Like long beard, which is mean all the teachers, they are old than you. So they have a long beard right here. Okay. So 老师 long beard. 师 the character that has so many stick. Wow. So many sticks. Why? Because if you didn't do your homework, the teacher maybe get angry. Mom, why you didn't do your homework? So 老师 take a stick, ready for you. Just a joke. Just scare you. Okay, not really doing something. 工程师. So 师 in the end, it's just a type of the professional of something. 工程 a type of work. Engineering. Engineer. Because 工程 two words together, it can be construction professor. No, not professor. Construction of professional of construction. So which is mean engineer. Okay, so 工程师. All right. Going to the right side, the top. Oh, do you remember what I'm talking about? A square related to? Yes. Either mouse. Talking, speaking, singing, eating, everything related to the mouse. Okay, so this one, some people talk. And that's a wall. The wall between you and the people. So you're gonna stand right here. And then you just be carefully try to listen what the people are talking about. So 听 listen. Listen. 我听 I listen something. 我听 music. I listen music. 我听 my friend doing something. 我听 some people talking about me. 我听 something else. Okay, so 听 the people talking and you stand behind the wall. So you are listen. 我听。好，下一个是下一个 next one. 忙 The radical is right here. It's really fun because something related to this, it means the heart. Okay, I need pretty one, the heart. Why? Because your heart separate the left side and right side. Well, I don't know about the medical words. I bet you are much better than me. So the heart, you have left and right. So there's the the line just represent of that. So something related to heart. All right, now the right side gonna be sound so scary. Okay, the right side looks like this. In Chinese, it's called Wang, W-A-N-G. Some people, dad. Oh my goodness. So the character looks like a coffin. Wow, you know the coffin? Someone in there? Oh no. All right, it looks so scary, right? So what does that mean? 忙, Wang, because part of a character, very similar. Wang, 忙, when your heart going to die in the coffin, which is mean you are so busy. Okay, but be careful, busy is an adjective. So whenever you say the adjective, I am busy, you won't say am. You maybe will say I very busy, typically in Chinese. So let's try it. How can you say I am very busy? I am, skip it because busy is adjective. So 我很 very 忙 busy. I very busy. 我很忙 again. When you are so busy, you're hard. It seems like going to the coffin. So gonna die. Okay, 我很忙. Right, 工作 we already did it. The next one right here is 在. This is a very interesting character. I really love it. First of all, at school, I do your attendance. I always ask you your name, and then you tell me 在. I'm right here. Or 不在, not here, right? So 在, the bottom one, this one. The character is called 土. If you want to learn more, you can write it down. What is that? That means soil. Why? Because you can plant some flowers, something you want to plant. All right, think about this. Do you think the plant will run and run and run? I go to this house and I jumped up to somewhere else? No, it's not possible. It's definitely in the pot. It's definitely at my house. It's definitely right here. Okay, so how can I know? Again, the soil, I can plant something. And the top one right here looks like a greenhouse. So the plant will stay in a greenhouse. So 在, it means in, at, or here. How can you say I'm right here? Then so easy. Just say I here. 我在. I'm right here. How can you say I at home? I am at home. 我在家. I at home. 我在家. That's it. Okay. Now let's move on. The top one. 周末. Okay. Something related to what I just say. Okay. If you remember, I was talking about the soil right here. Okay, I give you a couple seconds. Take a look one more time. The soil right here. 土. Okay, go back to here. 周末, the top one is the soil. Okay, remember I say soil. And then I can plant something I want. Oh, ugly. Looks not pretty here. Let's make it prettier. Okay, and change the right color. Okay, so top one is the soil. And what's related for talking? Yes, square related to talking. When you have time to talk with your friend, talk with your family, when do you have time to plant some plants? And then you are feel, more comfortable to stay in your own place, which is mean your room, your house, your dormitory. It looks like a dome, right? So 周末, it means when we have time. Weekend. Good job. Weekend. 周末, weekend. Because only the weekend you have time to plant the plants, to talk to your family or friends in your place. 周末. Okay, this is a character, remember. However, don't forget a really important part of it is why I say 周, one word, only one word. 周, it's really mean week. 末, it really means end. So 周 week, 末 end. 周末 weekend. And another thing is, please do not forget the number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 90. So I can add the number after week. Week 1, so which is mean first day of the week. If I add a number after that, 周, I erase this. Take out this. Okay, let's do it. If I add the number 周一, guess what does that mean? Good job. Monday. 周二, Tuesday. 周三, Wednesday, etc. Okay? All right. Next one, let's go on. Move on to this. Do you think this one is familiar for the character? Because we just talked about this. Relate to hand. Look at right here. Relate to hand. Okay? So I say one more time if you don't remember. Why? First of all, the character originally looks like this. Second one, 手, this is called 手. It means your hand. If you really raise your hand, look at your hand. Did you see? Oh my goodness, I'm not good for drawing. I mean, my laptop is hard for drawing. Okay, oh, not pretty. One more time. 1, 2. Okay, I'm trying my best, guys. You know, at least 5 fingers. Okay, look at your arm. Your hand. Did you see so many lines in your hand? Yes. So 手, it's mean your hand. Okay. Second, you might feel familiar for 工作, 工 the tool, right? Right here, 工作, work. Job, right? Where is it go? Right here, 工作, work, job. So it's by your hand, and then you take a tool, signify it's a tool, for a job, which means you by hand. What do you mean by hand? Maybe the construction, maybe the cashier, maybe something, you have to by hand. Obviously, all the job you need to by hand. But 打, first word, also have another meaning if it's a verb. I just put the V, okay? If it's a verb, that's mean to hit. Hit someone. I hit you. 我打你. I hit someone. 我打. Well, that's not a good things. 我打我的朋友. I hit my friends. That's so bad. Well, how can I do that? That's not good things, right? 打, to hit someone. So how can you hit your job? Which is mean you hitting the number, how many hours you did the job. Okay? So 打工, which is mean part-time. Part-time. Okay? 我打工, I have a part-time job. Okay? 我打工, part-time job. Okay? All right. The last one, 做. It's mean to do. To do something. For example, to do homework, to do housework, to do, I don't know, what else? 我做 to do the business. It's okay too. So 做, who do it? Obviously, it's a person. So do you remember radical? I told you this is a person, but if it's a radical, this is too big. So gonna make it smaller. So it looks like this. Okay. So it's for people to do something. 做, to do. All right. That's it. Not too bad. Hopefully you guys remember it. And see you guys next time.